They say love is sweet, until the one you trust most teaches you how bitter it can become. This is the story of Ada, a young woman whose heart learned the hard way that sometimes the people who promise you forever are the very ones who leave you with nothing at all. Ada was 25, working as a junior accountant in Sur-le-Air. Life was busy, noisy, and sometimes lonely. Michael walked into her world on a Saturday she almost didn't attend. A wedding at a hall packed with laughter, perfume, and clinking glasses. He wasn't even supposed to be there either. They collided, literally, when Michael, carrying a bottle of Chapman, tripped, spilling the bright red drink all over Ada's pale yellow dress. Everyone around laughed, but Michael froze, eyes wide with panic. Ada, trying to smile through the embarrassment, waved it off. But Michael didn't wave it off. He stayed by her side the whole evening, cracking jokes, making sure she smiled again. By the end of the night, they exchanged numbers. By the end of the week, they couldn't go a day without talking. Michael had a way with words. He told Ada she was the missing half of his life. He said, "Give me 2 years. I'll put a ring on your finger. I'll never make you cry, except from laughter." Ada believed him, not because she was naive, but because Michael made her feel safe. He called her morning and night, sent food to her office, visited her family in Benin without her asking. He even stood up to her strict uncle when he said Michael wasn't from the right tribe. To Ada, Michael wasn't just love. He was a promise, walking on 2 feet. Theirs was the kind of relationship that made others jealous. Pictures on Instagram, dinner dates in Lekki, family introductions. Even church friends prayed over them like an engaged couple. But now and then, Ada noticed things. Michael avoiding certain calls. Weekend plans suddenly canceled. Trips out of town with no real explanation. When she asked, Michael smiled, kissed her forehead, and said, "Work things, baby. Don't worry, you're my only focus." And she believed. Again. It happened like a slap that came in silence. Ada was at work when her friend Chioma sent her a screenshot, a Facebook post. Michael, the man who told Ada he'd marry her, dressed in a crisp abaya, holding the hand of another woman in a baden. Caption, "Congratulations to my brother and his new bride. May God bless your union." Ada thought it was a joke. She called Michael, no answer. She called again, still no answer. Hours passed, then days. Finally, a single text came. "Ada, I'm sorry. I didn't plan for this. I'll explain later." But he never did. Lagos moves fast, and so do rumors. Before Ada could even gather her thoughts, people in her church whispered. Colleagues gave her pitiful looks. Friends who once envied her now said things like, "You didn't see the signs?" Ada cried until her throat burned. Then she stopped crying because the shame felt heavier than the heartbreak. Michael had not only broken her heart, he had humiliated her. Time, however, is both cruel and healing. 2 years passed. Ada threw herself into work. She changed jobs, moved apartments, started a small side business selling Ankara bags. She smiled again. Not the naive smile of a woman in love, but the quiet smile of someone who had survived betrayal and kept standing. One evening, as rain tapped softly against her office window, her phone rang. A number she hadn't seen in years. Michael. She hesitated, then answered. His voice, hollow, broken. He asked to see her. Against her better judgment, she agreed. They met at a quiet cafe in Ikeja.
Michael looked thinner, older. The confidence he once carried like perfume was gone. He confessed. His marriage was falling apart. The woman he married, chosen by family pressure, not by love, had left him. He was in debt. He was lonely. And now he said softly, "Ada, I never stopped loving you. Please, give me another chance." Ada looked at him for a long time. Part of her heart, the old part, remembered how he once held her like she was the only woman in the world. But the wiser part knew better. She leaned forward, calm, steady. No tears this time. "Mikhail, you didn't just leave me. You taught me that love without honesty is a trap. You made promises you never intended to keep. I loved you, but I love myself more now." Mikhail lowered his eyes. He knew it was over. Ada stood, paid for her drink, and walked out. Not bitter, not angry, just free. Some promises break hearts, others break illusions. But sometimes broken promises build stronger people. Ada's story is not about a woman who lost love. It's about a woman who found herself after love failed her. And maybe that is the most powerful promise of all.
Thank you for journeying with me through this story. Every tale we share here isn't just entertainment. It carries lessons, emotions, and moments we can all connect with. If today's episode moved you, inspired you, or even left you thinking, please hit that like button. It helps spread these stories to more people who need to hear them. And if you haven't already, subscribe and tap the notification bell. That way, you'll never miss the next twist, the next adventure, or the next lesson hidden in these stories. I also want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What part touched you most? What do you think should happen next? Your voice helps shape the stories we tell here. And finally, share this video with someone you care about. A story can heal, inspire, or change the way someone sees the world. Thank you for being part of this family of storytellers. Until the next chapter, stay inspired, stay curious, and keep the story alive.